So the mailman was by today. We've got our front and back tires, front and back tubes, our rim strips, our new batteries here with the electrolyte, and we also got our grips. So we're gonna go ahead and get all this stuff, put on our new wheels, and we're gonna get the bike rolling. So now that we got our back tire and our front tire installed on our wheels, we're gonna go ahead and get our sprocket and whatnot put on the back wheel. Then we'll go ahead and get our brakes on the other side of the hub and get these mounted up to the bike. So that's our sprocket, looking good. So next up, we'll get the brake side done and we'll get this mounted to the back of the bike. Okay, let's stick that back wheel on the bike. See how it looks. So freshly oiled axle. Everything's good and greased up inside. Okay, so we got the back on. I'm gonna go ahead and take the front, get that hub put back together, and we'll slip that on. I'm probably gonna put the bars on too. That way we can have the bike, take the bike and we can lay it up against the wall or something and we can free up another bench. Okay, so let's put the these two shims washer things down here, so we'll get a bit of grease on them. And we'll grease up our speedo gear and get that down, make sure it spins free. Then we'll go ahead and get the brakes on, get the lever on the outside of this here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get this on the bike. So. the wheels on, and it's the first time it's actually starting to look like a motorcycle. You can't see my face right now, but I'm smiling from ear to ear. I am super pumped. This is looking really nice. So we got our back on, the front is on, all our brakes and whatnot are hooked up and good to go. So now we're ready to start taking the side covers off the motor over there, so we can have a look at cleaning like the centrifugal oil filter on the clutch side and check our Kickstarter gears and whatnot and make sure everything is good. So let's keep slugging ahead. A bit of schmoo left in there. It doesn't look like too much. I get some more paper towel down there, so I'll use a piece of rag to go there. Actually, it's pretty much done already, so we'll toss it in there. Try to keep the stuff off the wood here. Definitely gonna need new gaskets after this, that's for sure. These gaskets are old, half of them are on this side, half of them are on that side. So, that being said, moving forward. So, to my untrained eye, this is looking relatively clean. There's a few little grits here you can see, not too much. There's like a crack-like finish on the go here inside. I'm not sure what's on the go there. I'll probably look into that and see if there's anything wrong with that, if that's to be expected. Our dowels are still in here. So, and this pin for the kicker looks a bit worn. I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue or if there's something we can just twist 180 degrees and have a fresh side of that pin against whatever that is against this thing on the kicker here. So I popped the cover of the centrifugal oil filter off, and there's all kinds of, you can probably see it if I hold this up to the camera a bit closer. So you see that metal shaving shit floating around in the oil there. There's a bit more over here, so you can see. We'll get this cleaned out. Other than that, everything else looks good, other than this little bit of wear on this this little pin. And like I said, if I can just grab that with vice grips and twist it around, then I'll have a fresh side for the kicker thing to go in against. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. I'm not gonna bother you guys with that. And then we'll just do a quick little inspection with some light to make sure everything looks good in here. So next day, I've decided that because I've got to replace all the gaskets and whatnot, I just went ahead and ordered a complete gasket kit for the entire motor. So what that equates to is we're going to wait a couple weeks for that gasket kit to get here. When it gets here, this motor is getting completely rebuilt. So we're going to strip it completely apart, get it all cleaned up. You know, the case, side covers, we can take them off and sandblast them, do a really good job painting those. We'll clean up the center case, get that nice and painted up silver as well. Then we'll get it all put back together and it'll be like a new motor. That's the intention anyways. Hopefully when we open or we split the case, we see inside the bottom end, hopefully everything is good. If it's not, then we'll make it good by ordering the parts that we're going to need. So we've got a couple weeks of stuff to do. Now I've got lots of parts, so let me swing you around for a moment, that still need cleaning up. So we've got a bunch of stuff up here with regard to controls, blinkers, or one of them is cracked off, needs to be done. The headlight I want to take apart, clean up, repaint. We've got our battery box, the front light assembly, and we've also got the big boys here, tank, the side covers, and the rear fender that also need to be stripped down and repainted. And we're actually going to spray those with HVLP. So I've got the paint for that just up here. This is the stuff that we use on the ATC70. You can just see the forks there. So that's the proper Honda R109 Passion Red. So we're going to be doing our tank, our side covers, and the rear fender in that color. And then we'll either get some vinyl and make up the side stickers, or we can try to buy them online. Last time I looked, they were like €40 a piece, and I'm really not interested in spending that much money on stickers. That's like over 120 bucks Canadian by the time you buy 2 of them and the logos. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna start picking some parts out of the pile, getting them cleaned up, sandblasted, primed, painted, and ready for reassembly. So let's pick it up.